Friday. It's New Year's Eve. 6:30 in the evening. Obviously, nothing has changed medically. 2023 has been the worst year of my life. I think it's safe to say that. And, it looks like there's going to be a period of time where it's going to get worse before it gets better. I am increasingly coming to the realization and trying to get right with the fact that I am cirrhotic. Now, while the Ursodiol is working, and I see lots of good things about how it essentially can stop the progression of PBC if I'm cirrhotic. And I already have portal hypertension. I don't have varices, and I don't have any visual proof. So, I mean, these are all things I've said before, but liver transplant is likely at some point. Possibly not now, because again, the Ursodiol's working, and I feel fine. I'm fine. Excuse me, sorry. For the most part. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, I'm starting to feel a lot better. I feel like I felt when I first started taking the Ursodiol. Except I didn't have this fatigue. So it's going to take some time to get those numbers back down, to get where I was, I think. I mean, I don't know. It worked fairly quickly. Perhaps it'll work fairly quickly again. I still want it to be the celiac damage, but there's too much evidence that there's PBC at the mitochondrial stuff. I have that. And the fact that it does seem like I have liver failure. Now perhaps celiac has exacerbated this, and being gluten-free for a time will back off the liver failure. Perhaps the PBC isn't as advanced as it seems, because there's a lot of symptoms of liver failure that I don't have. I find myself looking at emerging drugs for PBC and for celiac. And it looks like there's some really positive stuff coming down the pike for celiac, but for PBC, I mean, it seems like Ursodiol seems like the treatment. And I guess there's a new one that's Oxbio, if you can't take Ursodiol. Because I guess only 60% of people respond to Ursodiol, and I seem to be responding pretty well, which is very positive. I feel like the rest of my life is going to look very different. And I don't think it's going to be for the better. I think I'm going to be dealing with autoimmune condition after autoimmune condition brought on by immunosuppressant drugs that I'll be taking for the rest of my life. The fact that they could give me diabetes on top of everything else just scares me so bad. And it's good to start feeling better. It's good that the Ursodiol is working, because it means that but you can have good numbers and still have liver failure. And don't have a lot of hope today. And it's New Year's Eve, right? I mean, this is the day to have hope. But I can't. I'm doing the things again I really wasn't feeling well the past few weeks. Excuse me. I really wasn't doing well the past few weeks, so I didn't do the things like go out and get sunlight. And obviously, there's been a lot of rain, so I haven't had the opportunity to go out and get the sunlight. Go for walks, and since I didn't have my meds, I didn't take my supplements, so I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel hungry again. I'm eating my fresh fruits. I'm getting back into I'm drinking my coffee. I'm going outside. I'm letting myself rest because I know that it's going to take longer to recover, because old me would bounce back in a day and I'd be fine, and I know that it's not that anymore. I know it's been a couple of days, but a couple of days isn't enough when it's been the better part of a month of just like fatigue, or at least the better part of the last couple weeks. So my state of mind is clearly informed by my physical body, which is still very tired, and I know that. And I understand that this is a manifestation of how I feel physically. That I'm thinking more negatively because I feel, and I just came to a realization. And this may sound silly, but this is my body, and I'm learning to listen to it. Like, I know when my body wants me to eat berries instead of like gluten-free chicken tenders or a yogurt. It wants me to eat a piece of fruit. I understand that, and I do it. Oh, I feel that my body wants me to eat the cereal. It wants, and I do it. So, I'm craving, more of the fruits, which is good. I just had a mango for a snack instead of like whatever else, and my body doesn't want junk food, which is great. But I don't know if it's enough. I'm gonna take a shower, because that always makes me feel better. I have some nice rain bath lotion, oil. Put that on my legs and feet. I've got some New Year's Eve YouTube videos that I want to watch. I downloaded a huge archive of Norm Macdonald stuff. I can listen to that. I see my face and I see how old I look, and I'm scared I won't see the end of next year. And what sucks is I feel like I finally blossomed into the person I've always been. I was always supposed to be. I finally have a dress sense. My brain finally works the way it needs to work, and now I'm just feeling sorry for myself. I'm gonna do things to make myself feel better. I'm gonna self-care tonight. Even though it's a silly buzzword, I'm gonna do it. And I'll feel better. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.